Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Jan Kjellstrand. I'm a dairy farmer from Saskatchewan, Canada. Today, the start of the video, Dad decided to bury the zero-turn mower with the sprayer behind it in a mud puddle. So we're gonna go try and pull him out today. Just gonna try and drag him out by hand. Me and Dad are gonna pull him. Miriam's gonna hop on that zero-turn and try and get it out of the mud pit. What are you doing there?
Get you guys to pull me out. All video content, makes good fuel.
Oh, that's why you did this?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Alright.
Get it!
I told him to be careful. The first thing he does is runs it into the mud. Well, that came out pretty easy. That was nice. Next thing we're gonna do is start cutting second cut alfalfa. This is usually Neline's job, but she couldn't get to it right away in the morning, and we want to start cutting right away in the morning. So we're gonna do the first couple rounds on that first quarter section of alfalfa. This is second cut. It is late compared to what people normally do it. We like to wait a little bit longer. We think it adds volume, and for us, it's the best way to manage our alfalfa fields. So check the oil, then we can get going. That's right under here. Oh yeah, that's full. Beauty. Okay. We are gonna let this thing warm up for a couple of minutes. We'll drive it over to the diesel tanks, fuel it up, and then we'll hit the field. We did a little bit of cutting here already beside the feed yard. So that's a barley pile, and we wanted to put a alfalfa pile right beside it just for feeding. Then we can park the feed wagon right here, and then we're close by. This barley pile is kind of out of the way of our feed yard. The rest of the feed yard's over there. There's a bit of a lull in between, so we don't want to drive back and forth. So we'll put a pile of alfalfa right beside this barley pile, and then for the time that we're feeding these two piles, hopefully it lines up neatly that feed wagon can be right there, and we can have two piles right next to each other. I just want to show you guys these swaths. They look dead pretty much, but there's still some moisture there. If you open the swath up, it's kind of rolled onto itself. It just looks like such a perfect swath. Funny thing is, this stuff is all tangled together. Tomorrow morning when we come start here, it'll start pulling, and it'll pull like 10 feet in front of it right into the chopper, like in a big wad. So should be fun. But we got couple swaths here, nice open area that we can put the next alfalfa pile right beside this existing barley pile. Now we are finally going to head out to the alfalfa field and do a couple opening rounds there. We'll really get to see how much product is there and how much chopping we got to do tomorrow. We've made it to our quarter section of land that we call 21. There's 160 acres of alfalfa here that we gotta get chopped. So we're gonna start cutting it. We're about to do the outside round. Right beside it though is that section of barley that we just chopped. Spent 6 days chopping that. It's still painted here on the GPS. We'll see if we can zoom out. Yeah, that's just incredible, hey? That is a mile long right here. This where I'm showing you tree row, tree row, tree row. There's another tree row here. I don't know why it's not showing the rest of the lines painted there, but and then it's probably gonna go till here on the screen. That's incredible. We're gonna do this little square chunk right here now. It's needing to be reset we'll have to, hold on, let's also see how many acres. Coverage, 619 acres is on this block there, so that's cool. Finish with field, and it's gone. Create new field, A+, check mark. Implement width, 34 feet. Heading is going to be 90 degrees. No boundary. Okay, okay, okay. Drop an A line right there. It's an A positive line. We'll turn our swather on. Rev it up. Oh no, we are still in high gear. Now we're in low gear. Do our return to cutter height. Speed up a little bit so we can grab that A positive line. And away we go. We're just cutting alfalfa now. I don't like that. That's better. That seems to be doing a nice job. Oh yeah, there's some product here. Had a good start going. Having some issues with the right side of our pickup table. Look at all this dirt. That's all from the molehills. That is some beautiful looking soil though. Man, look at that topsoil. Good moisture there. Oh, it's just full. Our problem though is down here. Oh, that's like borderline clay. It's just built up in here. It's not cutting for crop. Let's see. Nice. It's kind of tricky. If we angle the header all the way into the ground, obviously it's going to pick up a bunch of dirt. But if we don't, you can see it here. The crop is kind of laying down. Like this alfalfa, it's pretty short here. It's only a foot tall, but that's because it's leaning all the way over. Yeah, if you bring it all the way up, it's over waist high. It's just falling all the way there. So you want to, when you're cutting it this way, you want to angle down, but then you pick up a bunch more dirt from all these molehills. And that buggers your cutting ability up. It's always something. I don't have to cut for too long. Neline will do most of it, so that's gonna be how I solve that issue. Definitely a rough start. We are almost 3/4 done the first round around this field, but we could not get this thing to cut. The draper, that belt that moves all the product after it's cut to the middle of the swather so it can leave the table, that draper was in indexing mode. I think that works nice for barley because it just falls over nicely and it can take its time to get to the middle. And that also helps you lay a really smooth swath, which is what I'm always asking Neline. But it was moving really slow. I could not get all the product to just get away from the end there, and it was piling up, throwing it over double. So now I turned that draper speed way up, and now it seems to be getting it to the middle, getting it out of there, and it's not plugging up anymore. So there is an incredible amount of alfalfa here. I think we should see a very good yield here on the second cut. Not crazy bloomed out yet either, which is cool, so it should still turn into some decent feed. I'm I'm hoping. That's not good. So all of this dirt here just shot out from underneath this belt. We're having issues with this thing. We just opened up the tarp, cleared a bunch of dirt out of here. So literally open it up and then cleaned it up. Hopefully it's not going to have any more issues. I know I'm not gonna have any more issues because Niline's taking over right now. Thank goodness, I'm happy about that. So yeah. Well, I was expecting to be chopping right now, but I had to go to the city to pick up some new hydraulic hoses because our chopper sprung a leak, so that is unfortunate. So gonna get started a little bit later today than we had hoped, but it's still only 100 tons, maybe 10 loads, a little more than 10 acres to do, so should take us an hour. Not the end of the world. Okay, we got the chopper back together and we're at the barley field now that we're gonna do a bit of chopping in. This stuff looks prime. I think this is going to be the best barley silage we've made all season, and it's not even going to our own yard, so that's how she goes though. Oh well, our neighbor will get some good feed, that is good. We're gonna get it spooled up here. I think a truck is coming down the road, yep, so we can get her fired up. And there we're chopping. This is gonna make some incredible feed. It's unreal. We've just got the 2 trucks going this afternoon. We're only doing 10 loads or so. Look at these heads. So the biggest indicator of whether or not you're gonna start chopping barley is all to do with the kernel. And you want it to be dough stage. So when you roll it in your finger, it kind of gets doughy, and then it almost looks like it turns into flour. It's pretty much there. So that's the kernel, still soft. The cow will be able to digest it, but it's as full as it can possibly be. Chopper's going good. We got the beacons on. Gotta have the beacons on. Chopping away, the thing hammers the brakes. A little piece of barbed wire, the metal detector picked that up. That is so incredible. We picked up 3 small pieces of barbed wire there. You just start on that swath, you're like, oh man, this could take a while. Luckily we got, you know, a couple 100 yards more done without another piece of barbed wire. Fingers crossed we don't keep finding them, because that would be brutal. Imagine we'll find some. This is that new piece of land that we took over this year. If it's just getting combined every year, this, you know, little piece of metal going through a combine, not the biggest deal in the world. So you, like fields will just have metal in them, but if you go through a chopper over the field with a chopper with a metal detector and it shuts down every time it goes through it, then you notice it all of a sudden. So this is actually pretty cool. We want to sell 100 tons of silage, so Naline's in the field, she's cutting away. Every truck goes over our scale, so we can just send exactly 100 tons to the neighbor, which is, it's pretty cool. Hey, you need 100 tons of chopped silage? Yup, this much, send it over, done. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Just sitting here, waiting for the last truck to show up. I think it's there, we can see the headlights down the road. So one more truck, that makes 10, loads. I think that'll be like 110 or 115 tons total, so that worked out pretty good, went pretty quick. Spitting on us a little bit, we're getting a little bit of rain, but looks like it's almost going by now, so hopefully we can cover the pile and stay dry tonight.